Welcome to the first episode of our Minnesota Wild Be a GM series, a new series here on Dynasty Central Sports. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and smash like if you like this content. The Minnesota Wild have gone off the deep end and looking for a new voice in the GM office, and they are going to be hiring me, Wasty. That's me on the screen, and now I am entering the Minnesota Wild front office to be the new GM of my lifelong favorite team. I have zero qualifications for this job, but you know what? They're throwing a monkey wrench into the NHL and gonna give a complete nobody the reins of the NHL franchise, and also his favorite franchise since their inception. So take a look at the GM free franchise mode settings. I'm going to talk a little bit about this. It's going to be a weekend only type of series, a longer episode than my Be a Pro and my Rams franchise episodes. This is only going to be uploaded on the weekends, and this is going to be a little bit different than the Be a Pro series that I have on the channel. It's going to be more based on the front office, the trades, what I'm going to be doing about trying to get the best franchise, the best roster, and drafting and scouting and picking up the best free agents for the Minnesota Wild to bring home a cup to this starved state of Minnesota. The state of hockey needs the Stanley Cup, and that is my mission. So with Kirill Kaprizov, the exciting electric Russian superstar, coming over and being a rookie for the Minnesota Wild, joining Zach Parise, Kevin Fiala, Nick Bjugstad, and Marcus Johansen. We do have Eriksson Ek and Matt Zuccarello. We have Jordan Greenway, and our defense is super solid. Take a look at the new head coach that I have hired. He is an offensive coach, and that's what I want. Michel Lebeau, the Canadian, the 51-year-old Canadian, he has the type of offense that I really am looking for in the Wild. They've always been stuck in a defensive, even though since Jacques Lemaire, they haven't been a defensive trap team. They've always had the aura of being a defensive, boring team. So I want to change that up. I got Kirill Kaprizov, and we have an insane defense to play that back-end unit. We got Kaapo Kakkonen, our Finnish rookie goaltender from the AHL. He just won the top goaltender award in the AHL last season. Take a look at our roster and the line so far. Awful roster for some of the areas in our team. This first episode, I'm going to not do a lot of trades or anything, so I'm going to really highlight the gameplay. But most of the episodes are going to feature 2 games of a month period of our series of the season. I'm going to do highlight versions, mainly goals and whatnot. Usually 2 games, and I'm going to throw in shots and saves and cool stuff over that, kind of like an NHL network type of highlight show. But then this episode, I'm going to feature 3 of the games because there's not a lot of front office menu work and, roster tweaking yet. I want to get into the season, see how we can play, see what we do if we're riding hot some fucking way. The hockey gods are looking down on us, and, Johansen and Zuccarello are just hot as shit. I don't understand it, but if they are, then I'm going to keep the roster going and just make tweaks where I go. We got Ian Cole to start the season, unusual because last in the real season right now, Ian Cole came over in a couple days. We got Cam Talbot, though, to stop Gap as the starting goaltender for the Wild. So far the roster's not too bad. Forward unit is garbage. We do have Kaprizov, and taking a look at some of the free agents out there, I would love to sign Dustin Byfuglien. He's a Minnesota guy. He is an 87 overall. He's an awesome defenseman. He's 35. He's not very expensive. We got some cap, not a lot of cap actually. We got barely any cap, so I couldn't sign him unless making a trade. But Byfuglien would be a great addition to our already amazing defense. But you know what? I'm going to forego signing a free agent right off the bat. I feel that's a little cheesy, and it's definitely not what I would want to do as a GM in real life if I took over the job. Taking a look at the free agents out there, it's basically slim pickings. I would like Brandon Perlini, but really it's not what I'm looking for. We got a trade offer from the Winnipeg Jets for Brad Hunt and our 4th round pick, a 3rd and a 4th. We're going to decline that. Take a look at our trade block. Get Spurgeon off, Ian Cole off, Cam Talbot, and our picks. I don't want to trade picks. I'm not a big fan of trading picks. I'm really in depth in scouting and finding gold mines in the draft. So that's one of the things I love about this, and being a GM in this and being a franchise builder, is that scouting and drafting. So I'm never going to really trade picks unless I have to for a superstar or something like that, a big blockbuster type trade. But this is going to be a lot where I'm trying to move a lot of the fringe players. I don't want to move big time players unless I have to. Taking a look at our roster, we do have some great prospects in the pool. Zuccarello and Hunt are getting a trade offer. It's a 2nd and a 6th from the Dallas Stars. They want Zuccarello back, I guess, but we're going to decline that. The Boston Bruins want them too. We're going to decline and the fucking Blackhawks. Oh my god, days. We are getting so many offers. Kirill Kaprizov gets a broken nose in preseason, but it's a playable injury. And this is the month of October to start off. This is the first month of this episode. We're going to have the Vegas Golden Knights, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Colorado Avalanche as featured highlights of this episode. Usually we're going to pick out 2 games of each month and do highlights, a little bit longer, cooler highlights than just goals. This one is just goals, really highlights of this episode. See how we do in this month. But we got the Vegas Golden Knights, the Blackhawks, a bitter rival, and then we got the Vegas Golden Knights because it's the home opener. But usually I'm going to try to play against most of the rivals, and I'm actually not going to be playing any of these games. I'm going to be a complete spectator running as a coach in this, and so we're going to have a different camera view than most playable camera views. We're also going to show a lot of the sim screens of some of these games. We're going to quick jump through. We got a 4-2 win to start off the season against the Colorado Avalanche. Kirill Kaprizov scores his first goal of his career in the 3rd period, and Alex Stalock gets the first star. What the fuck, am I in a Twilight Zone? Marcus Johansen's already a Band-Aid and getting injured, so let's host the Vegas Golden Knights. We're in our green uniforms. They're in their white uniforms, and let's see how we do in our home opener. The Minnesota Wild are definitely putting out a roster that is not Stanley Cup worthy. Our defense is incredible. Like I keep saying, we have a good goaltender developing, Marc-Andre Fleury.
I love goal!
For the Golden Knights, Cam Talbot is in his first home opener for the Wild. And yes, they're highlighting me, the highlight winner of the surprise hiring of this league. We're going to go on the PK really early in this game against the Vegas Golden Knights, and as Matt Dumba goes up for hooking, he's not a big fan of it. And early in this game, the Vegas Golden Knights are on the PP, and there's a shot, and that's a goal. Early in this game, the Golden Knights go up, and that is going to be a dagger early in this game. And Alex Tuch, oh my gosh, pull it out of my chest. The former Minnesota Wild draft pick, we gave him up in the expansion draft. Actually gave him up in a trade to protect Matt Dumba and Jonas Brodin and a lot of our defense. And there's a shot on goal, in the Wild get this back, and that's Marcus Johansen. I shit-talked to you early in this episode. Hopefully it's reverse psychology and it lights a fire under your Swedish ass. He'll snipe this off a nice pass from Jonas Brodin, the first Lidstrom, as I like to call him, and he's going to get an apple on this Marcus Johansson goal. Jonathan Marchessault is going to go off for a tripping penalty early in this game. In the first period, it's 1-1, and Bjugstad's at the draw. He'll lose that, but the Vegas Golden Knights will cough that up, and now it's a pass over, and Bjugstad's going to put that home in his first home game in his home state. The former Mr. Hockey of Minnesota high school hockey, Nick Bjugstad. When's Wasty bobblehead night? I already got fans in the stands. Nick Bjugstad puts home a big goal, and Matt Dumba, jumping ahead, is going to get a tripping penalty early in the second period. 2-1, Wild are up. Marchessault over to Carlson. He'll put that right past Cam Talbot to tie it up early in the second period. 2-2, Vegas, and William Karlsson, the long-haired, beautiful, oh my gosh, look at those luscious salad. That salad is gorgeous, and I gotta say his girlfriend is pretty good looking as well, but he snipes this right past Cam Talbot. That is definitely gonna be an equalizer. Wild have the puck in the Vegas zone later in the second period. There's a pass over, and there's a shot and save, and then Nick Bjugstad's gonna get his second of his game and put home some trash right past Marc-Andre Fleury right at the doorstep, and he'll put that home for 2 in his home state debut as a Minnesota Wild. The big-time center will snipe that home. Cam Talbot's out of the net, but look at the big hit from Nick Bonino. He'll tug the fuck out of Vegas Golden Knight, and Mark Stone's going to get a tripping call, pulled for Ian Cole's going to go off. We're on a 5-on-3. Vegas got the puck. William Karlsson passes that over, and Cam Talbot split open and slid underneath. Vegas is going to get another big-time goal as they got the Wild on that 5-on-3, and the penalty kill could just not hold on. Jonathan Marchessault scores this is second of the season right past Cam Talbot, and the Wild definitely have to get that discipline better in this game, or else they're not going to come home with a win at the home opener. It's 3-3 in the third period. The Wild have the puck in the neutral zone. Passes that over, and then we got some nice pass protection from Fiala, and that's a nice goal from Matt Dumba, making up for the shitty penalties he's gotten early in this game. Absolute nice snipe right past Marc-Andre Fleury. The Flower could not hold on to that one. 4-3, and the Wild are on the power play in the third period. There's Kirill Kaprizov over to Zooks. Zooks over, and Dumba passes that, and that's another goal for the Wild. Marcus Johansen.
What the fuck?
Balls, I fucking shit talked to you, bro, and you got 2 goals in this one. Another one on the PP. And yes, we will have a Wasty bobblehead night, bro. Settle down. Stop sliding into my DMs. I'm not interested. But take a look at Marcus Johansen puts home a nice one right on the doorstep, right past Marc-Andre Fleury. And now it's 5-3 in the 5-minute mark of the third period. Wild, Bonino's got the puck on the turnover. He'll skate that in, shoot that, and Greenway over to Zuccarello, and he will put a dagger into Marc-Andre Fleury. And Nordy is doing the cabbage patch in the corner. Ryan Hartman, I'm sorry, not Zuccarello. Why would I give that some credit in that one? Sorry, what is it? He the Hobbit, the Norwegian Hobbit. I'm sorry, don't want to use the M word out here. Ryan Hartman with a snipe right past Marc-Andre Fleury for a 6-3 win. And will the Wild get a home debut big win? And they will. Thank you to Nick Bjugstad, a new addition, Marcus Johansen, Marc-Andre Fleury. Thank you for letting up 6 goals, you piece of shit. I'm just kidding. You're an awesome guy in the league. But Cam Talbot comes home with his first win, and Nordy is enjoying this one, strutting his shit. Take a look at Matt Dumba's snipe that really put the dagger a little bit deeper under the ribcage. The Wild come home with a big win, 6-3. Marcus Johansen, the third start of this game. Nick Bjugstad, Minnesota boy, 2 goals, 1 hit with a win. And Matt Dumba, what a reclamation game for him. 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 shitty penalties, but we get the big win. And 29 shots total in this game for both teams. Matt Zuccarello's got 5 points so far after this. 2 games. It's interesting to see the Norwegian Hobbit throwing in some great offense. We're going to come up to the next game against the Chicago Blackhawks, one of the most bitter rivals of the Minnesota Wild. And we're just going to pick this up early in play action. We got reverse retro night, and the Wild are going to snipe home the first goal in the 4-minute mark. And that's fucking Marcus Johansen again. I said, what? The Swede is getting saucy and sexy out here, and the Minnesota Wild in those gorgeous reverse retro uniforms, 1-0 in the second already. There's a pass, the Wild's got the puck, and there's another goal from Nick Bonino, another addition in the offseason from the Nashville Predators. Nick Bonino scores his first in a Wild uniform, picks up some garbage. That's where really we're making some great work in this season so far against this opponent. We got Patrick Kane loses the puck to Dumba. Dumba passes that across the ice, and that's up to, I don't know who that is. That's Ryan Hartman over to Dumba. How did he get all the way up there? And he's going to score another one. Nordy's celebrating in the stands. Holy shit, this is definitely not COVID time and definitely not in the bubble. Matt Dumba with a shorty on a gorgeous play. Wowee, that was the longest ice-long give and go you can get in this NHL game. 3-0, the Wild are up, and the power play is still on the Blackhawks. There's a shot, and that's a goal from Andrew Shaw back in a Blackhawks uniform after taking a couple trips around the NHL. But he scores that right past, and my batteries are low. Like and subscribe and get me some money so I can get monetization in YouTube and get some fucking batteries so I can finish up this game, all right? There's a nice pass to Jonas Brodin. He'll come in and he'll lose that. He'll pass that over, and there's a shot, and that's a goal and a rebound goal from Zach Parise. The Minnesota boy goes and gets another big goal against the Chicago Blackhawks. Fueling the fire, hits his first of the season as he gets that rebound right off Malcolm Subban's pads. Got to control those, bro. We're in the third period. It's 4-1. The Wild are up against the Blackhawks. Dylan Strome has the puck. He'll come in and take a shot. Saved by Cam Talbot. He'll recover the puck, though, in the corner. Passes that over, and that's a goal from Dominik Kubalik. The Czechia winger will snipe that right past Cam Talbot for his third of the season. We were on the PK. The Blackhawks were on the PP, and that was just a gorgeous clap bomb from the slot. That was a half clap bomb, but Kubalik makes it look sexy. Kaprizov, is going to get an empty net goal, and Nordy is enjoying it. He is all over this arena, just is celebrating with the fans, and that's actually Marcus Johansen they showed on that. But Kirill Kaprizov will get his second of his rookie season. We want to get him the most points so we can strive and get a Calder Trophy in Minnesota. That was a nice goal. Even though it was empty net, they all count on the scoreboard, and that's a big win at home against a bitter rival in our gorgeous reverse retro uniforms for the Wild. Cam Talbot picks up another win. Will definitely look good on the resume for Wasty, the most not prepared to be an NHL GM, but he has a 2-1.
Try again.
So 3-1 Minnesota Wild starting off the season. A fantastic win. Zach Parise is the third star with a goal and assist. Marcus Johansen, man, 1 goal, 1 assist, and a hit. And Matt Dumba, second first star of the season with a goal, a big one, and 6 big hits. Matt Zuccarello has 7 points in 3 games. What bizarro land am I in? We got a sim against the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to see how we do against an Eastern Conference team. After the second, and we're in this third period. It's 3-1. The Wild are up again. Brad Hunt with a goal and Victor Rask with a goal. Mick Bugstad with 2 assists, and we are 4-0-0. We got the Nashville Predators putting home some goals, and it's 2-2 already. Wild are up 3-2 now. Zuccarello, and we got the big win again, 5-0 against the Arizona Coyotes and jumping out to a 3-0 lead early in this game, just going through this Coyotes offense. 16 shots, 4-0. Oh my goodness, 4-2 and 5-2, and the Wild are up going into the third period, 5-2 against the Coyotes, and it looks like we're gonna come home with another big win. Jordan Greenway, Kaprizov with 3 points, and Ryan Suter with 2 points. This is looking great. What a GM I am. Holy shit, we're 6-0. We got the Dallas Stars. We got overtime loss, not too bad. We're 7-0-1. We got a big win, 2-0 shutout over the Lightning, 6-3 loss against the Kings. That's not too bad. But now we are going to be hosting the Colorado Avalanche. They're going to be in their reverse retro uniforms. I just really like them. They're 2-6-3. That's a very shocking start for the Colorado Avalanche. One of the teams that is predicted in real life to win the Stanley Cup this season. 5-1-1. Cam Talbot with awesome numbers and a shutie. Pavel Francouz is 0-2-0 record with a garbage 6 goals against. That was awful to look at. We got early action in the Wild, and now we have the Avalanche with the puck. Nichushkin's got it, passes that over to Burakovsky. Kadri skates in, and he'll take a shot and save by Talbot. That's a pass over to Graves, and that's a goal by the Avalanche left. Nazem Kadri all alone in front of the net. Nordy is upset already in this one. He's going to have to turn that frown upside down. Oh, you can't change that. It's his head. Anyways, there's the slapper. Nazem Kadri goes to Jared in the slot right in front of Cam Talbot, and Cam Talbot is going to let him say yes. It's 1-0. Avalanche are up in the first period. We got the Nathan MacKinnon, the return of the Mac, over to Kyle McCarr, over to Mikko Rantanen. This line is absolutely scary in real life. There's a huge hit from Ian Cole on return of the Mac, and now the Wild's got the puck going the other way. That is nice. It's 2-on-2, broken up by Samuel Girard. Burakovsky over to Rantanen, dipsy doodles right past, and that's over to Mac, and he will score. Nathan MacKinnon 2-0 in this early first period. What a goal, what a drive, and a nice, gorgeous pass from Mikko Rantanen. Nathan MacKinnon snipes that right past Cam Talbot, and it looks like the Minnesota Wild magic is wearing off in this one against a potent Colorado Avalanche offense. It's 2-0 already, and still 2-0, obviously, because we're going to highlight all the goals in this game. The Avalanche got the puck already in the second period. That is Ryan Graves, a big defensive defenseman, passes that over, and this is looking...
It's a real kick in the knackers, bro.
...for the Minnesota Wild at home, as the Avalanche already score 3 against Cam Talbot. Burakovsky just buries that long across ice pass from Ryan Graves to Burakovsky, the Capitals draft pick. He'll snipe that 5-hole right past Cam Talbot, and we should look to pull Cam Talbot, but it looks like we're just going to leave him in and fuck up his psyche for this one. But the Wild are up on a PP 5-on-3. Let's see if we can get anything going, and that's what I'm talking about. A big clap bomb from the face-off dot, the opposing face-off dot. Pavel Francouz,
You suck!
could not handle that Nick Bonino clap bomb. Wow, what a shot. His third of the season on the PP. We have to celebrate that, even though we're getting fucked in the face by the Avalanche at home. Francouz just could not handle the sauce on that one. The velocity was too bad, and like an ancient geyser, I erupt for that slapper.
Shit! You fucking whiz that
And
thing!
that goes right past Francouz. 3-1, Avalanche are up in the third period, 15:37 mark. Wild have the puck. That's a shot on net, saved by an Avalanche defenseman. But Marcus Johansen picks up the trash and will snipe home another goal. What the fuck is going on in this franchise so far? Marcus Johansen, early in the first month of October, Mr. October's got 5 goals for the Minnesota Wild. He is gonna be apparently the snipe show for the Wild that I did not expect him to be. Puts that right past Pavel Francouz, and now it's, what is it? What's the score? I can't even remember. I've smoked too much. 3-2 in the third. Wild are on the PP. There's a shot and another fucking goal, and we're back in this one, 3-3. Wow. Who scored that one? That was another Nick Bonino's clap bomb. I am erupting for the second time. Call me old faithful. Goosh. Nick Bonino is gonna put that. I'm going 6 to midnight and put me to home. I'm tired because he is draining slappers right past Pavel Francouz. It's 3-3 in the third now. Wild's got the puck, and oh, I thought that was another big save, but that was Victor Rask. Of course he's not going to score. He sucks balls. But take a look at that snipe. It's 4-3. Marcus Foligno, he'll score his first of the season. Brother of Nick Foligno, son of Mike Foligno. Nick Foligno's brother, Marcus Foligno, will score that. He is nicknamed Moose. So I'm going to just call him Moose in this franchise just because I will never remember his first name. I don't know why. But now the Wild are up 6-3. All of a sudden, the Wild are handling the Avalanche late in the third, and that's the buzzer. The Wild come back after a 3-0 deficit. Gets 6 unanswered against Pavel Francouz, and the Avalanche were missing in action. Where was McKinnon? Where's Rantanen? And where's Kadri after going to Jared in nice slot? I'm not happy about that. Nordy is strutting his stuff, though, after a big fucking win against the Avalanche. We're going to end this episode of gameplay with an amazing come-from-behind win, and I am enjoying this. I hope you are enjoying this series. We are going to have a little bit more GM action, behind the scenes, front office work in the next episode of this series. If you join us back for episode 2, we'll take a look at the 3 stars of this game. Burakovsky, Bjugstad with 3 points in this game, and Nick Bonino, the clap bomb king, 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. We're going to finish up this month. We're going to lose it against the Canucks 3-2, and we're going to get decimated by the Oilers 7-1. That was awful. We're going to check out the stats after the first month. Zuccarello, the Hobbit, is going to lead the team with 16 points, 3 goals, and 13 assists. Bonino, the clapbound king, 11 points. Bjugstad, 11 points. Kaprizov with 11 points, 10 points out of Marcus Johansen. Jordan Greenway is a monster with 10 points already in 12 games. Dumbo with 8. Ryan Hartman with 8. Ryan Suter with 8. Everybody is feeling the flow. It must be the ganj that Wasty I am bringing into the locker room pre-gaming for the Wild. They're all riled up, and it must be a sativa that I'm bringing down. Fiala needs a jolt, though. 4 points. That's not looking great. Eriksson Ek, 1 point in so far in this month. Not looking great. We got to jolt him up and get some points out of him. We are first in our division, in the Central Division. Thank you for watching. Join us for episode 2. I hope you really liked this episode. Let us know down in the comment what you liked, what you didn't like, and we will be back with more Minnesota Wild action here on Dynasty Central Sports. Thank you for supporting the channel. We'll see you later.